That's a lovely shot by Melissa Clark, swinging it around, backward up square. The fielder is running around, will pull it in, and they're running very slowly indeed. But going back for the third now, so it's Melissa Clark and Sonelda Willett at the crease. Nevis batting. It's the Leeward Islands Female Cricket Tournament. We're here at the Virgin Grounds, and we'll try and get the updated scores as soon as possible. Understand that 2 wickets are gone, Davernick, Maynard, and Annie. So they've gotten 2 already. But it's Melissa Clark, who seems to be pretty new at the crease. The fact that she's just taking strike at this end, guard at this end, so it means that that's an awful delivery, swung away, but the fielder is deep and gets behind it, stops it effectively. But it was a full toss, really should have been put out of the park, and only a single. Sonaldo with it, quietly forward. I believe that she's the captain of this Nevis team, but we could confirm that. Coming quietly forward on that occasion. Here's the bowler, Bowes. And left alone outside the off stump. Wide signal by the umpire. Moves in once more to bowl. That's a better delivery on stump. Turns it into the onside. They should be thinking 2 here, but they're just ambling through for the single. But playing it with soft hands, should have been looking for 2, but not showing any interest on that occasion. That brings Clark back into strike. Very short little run up as she moves in now to bowl. Turns it uppishly into the onside. The fielder short mid wicket comes into the focus and picks it up. Can't score. So here goes once more. Prepares now to bowl to Clark. Clark is driving, nicely stopped there, diving across to her left and stopping it. Clark drove it back up the strip on the offside. The bowler was diving away and stopping it effectively. Here goes once more, moves in now. She's driving inside out. Oh, dropped. She got a hand to it. It was traveling, but she came across, put out the right hand, and it did not stick. Those would have to stick. It did not. And so Melissa Clark has gotten a life. We have a change in the bowling. I think this is the captain. And the name eludes me at this point, but she's going to move in now to bowl to, it looks like, Clark in strike, the taller of the 2. She comes in now to bowl to Melissa Clark. Bowls. She's driving at that, and there's a loud shout. I think it was batting to ground on that occasion. Here goes once more. Moves in now to bowl to Clark. Bowls left alone outside the off stump. The keeper comes across, doesn't stop it effectively. And I'll have to watch that fielder. Let's see where she is positioned, though. She isn't quite behind the keeper, but she got there very quickly indeed. She's at fine leg. So, fielders trying to encourage each other. As he moves in now to bowl, she's just coming forward casually, pushing it into the outside. Can't score. And it's a 1-day match, so it means that I think they might be playing 50 overs. So it's not a T20. They don't have to really go too rapidly. They could play their normal innings and still make a big score. Moves in now to bowl short and left alone. The keeper comes across, stops it well. Here goes once more. Moves in now to bowl, comes across and just plays it easily into the offside. So, quiet period of play. Both batters just trying to settle in and play it nice and straight. Here goes. Moves in now to bowl to Clark. Clark is leaving that one alone outside the off stump. Knowing where her off stump is, she just left foot coming across. Knowing where her off stump is, she just watched it through to the keeper. cracking this one, but it's going down to long on. And bat sounding as if there's a crack in it. She has a look at it because that didn't come off the middle of the bat as it should have. It's a cracking sound there. Still having a look at that bat. And it didn't really travel. So here goes once more. Moves in now to bowl. This time to Willie. Willie gets a full toss. Tucks it away backward up square. That's gone for 4. And it should be a no ball as well. And it should be a free hit. So a no ball and well put away by Sanalda Willett. And now she actually gets a free hit to add to that. So Tiny is the nickname for the bowler. I think she's the captain, Tiny. But she's a big Tiny, I could tell her. She's a big lady. She moves in now to bowl to Willett. Willett gets a free hit and is bowled. But they're celebrating. She has forgotten that it was a free hit. She has forgotten that it was a free. Oh, she now realizes. She now remembers. Oh, it's a free hit. She's really disappointed. And it looks as if they're going to take a water break, is it? I'm not sure. Well, it's Clark in strike now after a brief water break. She just loops it up. She comes quietly forward. There he goes, bowls. Swings it away. Is the fielder going to pull it in? Goes through her, gone for 4. Poor bit of work on that occasion. There he goes now. Moves in now to bowl to Clark. Full. Well, she turns it into the outside. They're off quickly for the single. And Sanelda Willett was struggling, I could tell you. But she finally got home. And Tiny missed the stumps anyway. Here goes once more. The left arm leg spinner loops it up and Willett is waiting on it to land. Would be nice if they could just chip and go. Hit it on the full, but apparently afraid to move out of the crease for the moment. So just waiting on it to land. Here goes once more. But she's really tossing it high. Here she goes, loops it up again. This time she's just edging it to short third. Bit of a misfield, easy single. Left arm leg spinner, loops it up now. She's flashing at that, beaten through to the keeper who doesn't collect cleanly. That ends the over. But it's going to be Tiny. Moving in now to bowl to Willett. Driving nicely. Off for the single. Good shot. Played into the onside. Mid-wicket misfields badly. Now they're off for the single. And gets home safely. There goes once more. Tiny bowls. Punches it into the offside but finds the short extra cover, can't score. Here's Tiny moving in now to bowl to Willett. Bowl short. Willett is going after that, but it crept along the carpet really and went straight to the keeper. Coach Percy Daniel trying to get the attention of Tiny. She moves in now to bowl. Oh, she punches it past the bowler. They're going to get at least one. Fielder is quick. Can't prevent the single. So Daniel was advising that the square leg goes back of the umpire. Turns it into the outside. She's appealing, but you could hear the bat from here. And so single. And that ends the over. So we have gotten the score thanks to umpire Carl Tuckett, 149 for 2. It means somebody has made a big score. Turns it into the onside. They're off and running. So that's the 150 on the tins, 150 on the tins, and there's some applause from the pavilion. But 150 for the loss of 2. We're in over number 27. So a pretty good score so far by Nevis. Well, it settles. Bowes. She's driving but picks out the fielder, bubbles with it. They're off and well, hesitation there. And they need to sort out that, but almost got run out there in the process. 150 for the loss of 2. Moves in now to bowl and he's watching it wide of the off stump. Wide signal by the umpire. So umpire David signaling wide on that occasion. When it settles, the left armer bows, loops it up. She's on the back for tentative off and run in. That's dangerous by Melissa Clark, but she got home safely because she didn't call me Sanelda Willett. She was just rushing through, and Willett responded late. It was a pretty bad call on that occasion, but she got home safely. So I was wondering about that bat. I heard that cracking sound, and she's finally trying to get rid of it, asking for a bat. The one that. So here goes, moves in now to bowl. She's looping it in the ear, but gets away with it. Just away from the fielder. And she's calling for the bat again, but you can't blame the bat for that shot. It wasn't a good shot. So it's going to be Tiny, moving in now to bowl to Melissa Clark. She's flicking at that down the leg side, obviously. Here goes Tiny, moving in now to bowl to Clark. Clark is driving at that and just missed the leg stump, and they've rushed through for a single. That one just missing the leg stump on the way through. It looks as if Tiny may have pulled a muscle or something. Definitely seems as if she has damaged herself. So we understand that the West Indies under 19 player Jazara Claxton is not in the team today. Maybe still recovering from her character duties. Tiny moves in now to bowl to Willett. Willett is hitting it uppishly, just short of the field, that short extra. And she pulls it in, but dropping just short of her. So Willett settles. Tiny moves in now to bowl. She's driving, nice looking shot, caressing it into the offside. Fielder comes across, throws it away, does she? Nicely backed up though. Clark settles, comes quietly forward. Good delivery, well played. So Tiny moves in now to bowl to Clark. Clark is driving down towards long on. Comes in off the boundary, bubbles with it, but they can't look for a second as she recovers quickly. And so one more to the total that ends the over. By my reckoning, 154 for the loss of 2 from 28 overs. Moves in now to bowl. She swings this one. Can she get there? She's racing across. She's trying her best. She wouldn't dive. She would have had to put in the dive, but she decided against it. Gone for 4. So Clark will settle once more after that boundary. The left arm leg spinner moves in now to bowl. Driving just a little eerily, just short of Tiny, who wonders, should I have put in the dive? And jumping short of her. Casual looking shot there by Melissa Clark. Prepares to bowl once more. Here she goes, bowls to Tiny. Well, to Melissa Clark. She's appealing belatedly the wicketkeeper. Casual looking shot there by Melissa Clark again. Walks away, trying to regroup. Settles once more. A little bit of an overcast right now. The sun has gone into hiding. Moves in now, loops it up again. This time she comes quietly, solidly forward, pushes it into the offside, can't score. Moves in now to bowl. Oh my goodness, almost tugged it onto a stump. They should be thinking two here, but they are not. Just strolled into for the single. What's the signal? Got some bat onto it. So that ends the over. It's Tiny moving in now to bowl. She's swinging into that away from mid wicket. The long on fielder has a chase, but she's only going to retrieve. Then she sees she has a chance. Can she stop it? She does. So, Melissa Clark and Senaldo Willett, of course, members of the STA Jets team. She's flicking into this one, gets it into the onside, can't score. So, Tiny it is. Moving in now to bowl to Willett. Here he goes. Willett is beaten outside the off stump. Well taken by the wicketkeeper. Well, we understand that Melissa Clark opened the innings, so I did say that she probably just came in, but she's already gone past 50, I understand. Here goes now. Tiny bowls. Willett is hitting it a bit uppishly, but extra cover comes across, knocks it down. Can't score. So, Tiny once more. Moving in now to bowl to Willett. Willett gets a full toss, tugs it away. There's a backward square leg fielder, but she's only going to retrieve. Lovely shot. Well, there was a slight break after the 38th over. Water break. And so it's over number 31 being bowled, changing the bowling. The left arm leg spinner has been taken out of the attack. And it looks like medium pace on now. So, medium pace into the attack from the housing project end at the far end. Bustling run up, bowls, punches it into the offside, off and running. It was hit straight to the fielder and pretty firmly, but they were off and running. That was a good run on that occasion. Moves in now to bowl to Willett. Punches it into the offside. Tiny dives away, stops it. Here goes once more, moves in now with this busting run up, bowls. Willett is on driving. That's a lovely shot. The field at mid wicket has a run. Can she pull it in? She does. They're going back for the second, one for the throw. And she gets there safely. So 2 runs, well played by Willett, well run by the two batters. Willett settles, compact looking stance. Moves in now to bowl. This time she's on the back foot, maybe should have been on the front foot, but handled it well nonetheless, pushed it into the offside, can't score. Here she goes once more. Moves in now to bowl to Willett, short. Willett is tugging it into a stump, she's bowled. Trying to pull it through mid wicket, got an inner edge and it ran back onto a stump and Sinkis has struck. And Senaldo Willett goes bowled. The new batter is Rosa Leeward. She has taken a while to settle, had some problems with her helmet. It's her first delivery. Fall down the leg side. She has a swing. It goes past the keeper. The fielder has a chase. Can she pull it in? She's trying her best. She's trying her best. She's trying her best, but her best is not good enough. Gone for 4 wides. So 4 wides on that occasion. Roselle settles. Leeward. Here she goes, moves in now to bowl. She's slamming it into the upside. The fielder puts her foot to it and what might have injured herself. They should be going for the second and definitely go back for two. But that was poor work by the fielder, putting her foot to that hard ball, and it looks as if it knocked her over, and they got two easily. So Nevis has lost 3 wickets so far as the wind picks up here at Virgin. Quietly forward is Melissa Clark. Seems as if she's going to be in there for the long haul. So here's a medium pace bowler. With that bustling run up, moves in now to bowl. That's a no ball. It should be a no ball. It tucks it away to the onside for four. Lovely shot, and I think it might be signaled no ball. Let's see what the umpire will do. No ball signaled. But that was pretty high. I thought it was above waist high, and umpire David thinks differently, but it was tugged away for four by Melissa Clark. Can't really set field for bad bowling as they just tried to reshuffle the field a while ago. Moves in once more to bowl to Clark. She's driving. That's a lovely drive. Smooth flowing drive down to long half. Miss Fields and then recovers quickly. So one more to the total. So here she goes once more. Moving in now to bowl to Roselle Leeward. Bowl short and smashes it upishly, but away from the field at point. They should get 2, maybe even 3 if they hustle, but they have decided earlier clock that they're settling for 2. Now belatedly wondering about it, but field has already sent the ball in, so 2 more to the total. So Leeward settles, moves in now to bowl, punches it into the offside, thinks of the single. The fielder comes across quickly, can't score. What you say, look. Moves in once more to bowl to Leeward. Bowl shot down the leg side. She swings it savagely. The fielder comes across, gets a good bounce. Fortunately for her, because that was traveling, but she got a very good bounce and she held on to it nicely, but that was hit hard, and that ends the over. 200 for the loss of 3. 33 overs bowled. Would be nice to get some individual scores, but Nevis not doing badly. 200 for the loss of 3. 17 overs remaining. Moves in now to bowl to Leib, but that's as wide as they get. Keeper gets across though and pulls it in. New bowler into the attack. Tiny's off the attack, out of the attack, and the new bowler deciding, well, if Tiny could bowl a couple of wides, I can bowl a couple of wides as well. She has decided to change, and she's going to go around the wicket now to bowl to Clark, left armour. Well, to Leeward. Leeward is having a swing. Leeward is a no-nonsense type. Huh? So Leeward settles once more. Moves in now to bowl towards a Leeward shot down the leg side. She's tugging at that shock on the pad and must have been pretty close, but Carl Tuckett says outside the leg stump. So Leeward looks as if she's ready to tee off. You can see the way she is shaping up here. Moves in now to bowl. Left alone outside the off stump. Must have been pretty close to a wide too. She runs pretty close to the stumps. Haven't seen anybody bowl that close to the stumps for a long time, but she gets pretty close to that stump. Look at that. Almost as if she's going to run into it. Again, getting pretty close to the wide mark, but not wide enough. Here she goes once more. Moving in now to bowl to Roselle Leeward. Roselle is striking that one down towards long off. Long off comes across, gets an awkward bounce, but knocks it in with her body, and they get a single. Here he goes once more. Moves in now to bowl to Clark. Clark is hitting this one a bit uppishly down towards third man, who gets down in the approved manner, stops it nicely. So 3 wickets gone for Nevis. Already over the 200 mark. 16 overs remaining. A lot can happen in 16 overs. And like I said, Roselle Leeward seems as if she has gone in there with one intention. She's going to swing and swing hard. Moves in now to bowl. This time she stands up straight, plays sedately up on the offside, can't score. Moves in now to bowl to Roselle Leeward. Bowls. She's swinging into that and almost beheaded Melissa Clark in the process. She had to get out of the way quickly. And she has a bit of a chuckle about it, but she really had to get out of the way quickly. Roselle Leeward is having a laugh as well. But she really hit that hard. And only a single for all of that effort. Moves in once more to bowl. Clark is stroking it. The mid-wicket comes across, stops it effectively. Throws it away, but the bowler grabs onto it nicely. Clark settles once more. Races in now to bowl to Clark. Clark is going high in the air. Nobody's going to catch that. Tiny's running after it, but nobody's going to catch that. What is a brilliant catch by Tiny. Running backwards. That's a great catch by Tiny. Normally you don't catch those, and you'd think that ladies won't catch those. But Tiny ran and kept her eyes on it, and Melissa Clark has hold out. She has given it away, looking to use the long handle and not latching onto it well, and she's gone. What you say? Stands up straight. Well played by the new batter. Here goes once more, ball into the new batter. Down the leg side wide. Here goes once more. Balls to drive in nicely. She looks pretty smooth, I could tell you, this young batter. And that's the end of the over. Leeward in strike. Leeward is driving. Calls for the single. Off and running. Tumbling over. Effects the save. 1 run. And they're just watching the batter by size, and they're watching the field somewhat. But maybe she's the one to go over the top. You never know. She has played pretty straight so far. Bowler pulls up. Like I say, she runs pretty close to those stumps. Look at that. Almost as if she's going to run into the stumps. One moment she looked as if she was going to pull, and then ball kept a bit low. She just pushed it back up the strip on the offside. Bowler running back to her mark. Looks energized, looks ready. Really warming to her work as she moves in now. Left arm around. She moves in now, bowl. She's driving. Putting some power into that shot. And it was in the air for a bit, but safe. And certainly looks pretty smooth, I can tell you. She's hitting the ball pretty nicely. Leeward settles. She's having a swing at that. That's pretty close again, but that foot was planted, I think, just outside the leg stump. She had a swing at that and missed. So Leeward ready to tee off. Settles now as bowler ball. This time she's punching it into the offside. Tiny's quickly across and prevents the single. The bowler being asked by Tiny to finish strong. Leeward would want to finish strong too with a big boundary. Beaten outside the off stump. She has indeed finished strongly. That ends the over. That's going to run into the boundaries. Going to run into the boundaries. Gone for 4. She's batting pretty well, I can tell you. So this batter has batted pretty well so far. Now stands up straight. Plays it east into the offside. Looks organized. Oh, missed out on the full toss. It's gone past the keeper and it's gone for 4. 4 byes. Here goes once more. Moves in now to bowl. She's driving. Well stopped. Well knocked down there by Tiny, because that was hit hard and she's close. And she knocked it away and prevented runs. It was well struck again by the batter. And we'll have to get a name, but she's certainly looking pretty organized. Moves in now to bowl. Again missing. So this is the second time they'll have to teach her to undrive, and that's the second time the ball is passing between herself and the stumps. That was a Leeward hitting it back up the strip to the bowler. So you could see that she's winding up for the big shot. So once she latches onto it, I think it will go far. But she hasn't gotten the right ball as yet, as bowler moves in now. She's swinging into that. Doesn't really latch onto it as she would have loved. Down to square leg, misfield there. They should be thinking 2, but fielder recovers quickly. So Tiny has gone pretty close because she's thinking the batter wouldn't be hitting it too hard. But she might be surprised. She's batting pretty well. This time she gets the ball keeping low. She stands up straight and just jabs the bat at it. Keeps it out. goes once more. Moves in now to bowl. Wide down the leg side, left alone by the thinking of the single. And got there pretty quickly was a Leeward. Slow work by the fielder. That brings Leeward back into strike. Moves in now to bowl. She's hitting it in the air. Somebody's getting on that. Takes the catch, gone. Was a Leeward goes. So the catch taken. Trying to tug it over mid wicket and just launched it high in the air. Celebrations for St. Kitts. So Nevis losing a couple of wickets now in recent times. So the St. Kitts fielding team sensing that they could be in for a couple more wickets here, urging on the bowler. Here goes, moving in now to bowl. Pushes it back up the strip to the bowler. Moves in now to bowl. Struck on the pad, but outside the leg stump, that ends the over. Oh, knocking it down again. Very athletic is Tiny. She's big, but she gets down quickly. So far, this young batter has looked pretty good, except maybe missing a shot the on drive. But she drives pretty well in front of her. Here goes, moves in now to bowl on the back foot, punches it back up the strip to the bowler. Here goes once more, races in now to bowl. She's punching it, she hits it pretty firmly, but bowler stops it. Here goes once more, races in now to bowl. Driving at that first drive, she has missed really. Trying to punch it to the offside. Here goes, medium pace, moves in now to bowl. She's missing a full toss. Not signal wide, that ends the over. Here goes, races in now to bowl. That should be a wide. And make that 2 because they run through. So let's see what umpire Tuckett will signal. He duly signals wide. So left armer around the wicket, moves in now to, but that's another wide. But she decides, well, I didn't like the wide on the offside, so I'm going to see if I can bowl one on the onside. Just even up things a bit. I guess this will be a legitimate delivery, having bowl wides on either side of the stumps. Here she goes, moves in now to bowl. That's much better. Driven into the offside, can't score. Here she goes once more, left armer. Races in now to bowl wide. Well, would have been a wide, but she tugs it away nicely. Ball is traveling down the hill. The fielder is chasing after it. They should get at least 2. And the return comes in. And 2 runs easily acquired. Here goes once more. Stops. I think there was some talking and field adjustments being made. Yes, Tiny was making some adjustments. The umpire stopped her in her tracks. So here she goes once more. Moves in now to bowl. She's swinging at that. Certainly playing a shot in anger there. True to the keeper, missed out. From what we are hearing, the bowler's name is Lianga. So here she goes, Lianga, moving in now. Left armer moves into bowl. Takes it on the full, drives it. The bowler can't stop it. But the run isn't on because mid-on is in quickly. She has acquitted herself very well so far, the batter. That's another wide. Will be duly signaled by Carl Tuckett. So lots of spaces there for the West Indies women's cricket team. They have just gotten rid of coach Courtney Walsh and company and looking for another coach. And that's as wide as they come. Another wide. Well, actually signaled no ball. So she overstepped before she even bowled the wide. So no ball and free hit signaled. Now let's see how she handles the free hit. She has been pretty compact so far. Now we can get a big swing from her. Big swing. Let's see how far she can carry it. Moves in now, Lianga bowls. She's down the track, has a swing, she's bowled. But that's a free hit delivery, no real celebration from the fielders. So Lianga from the VOJ school end moves in now to bowl. She's on driving, well, almost you could call that an on drive. She has missed out a couple like that, but she got back onto that one. Can't score though. So we have a change in bowling. Some more adjustments, some more field changes from Captain Tiny. New bowler moves in now to bowl. Pushes it up, pushes it into the onside. The fielder comes across and grabs onto it. Can't score. The wind picking up and blowing the bails off. Keeper does the repairs. Carl Tuckett says, okay, I have some confidence in what you'll do. He doesn't budge. So here goes, moves in now to bowl. She is stroking it into the outside and should have really thought of the single there. The non-striker was almost halfway up, but she hadn't moved. Doesn't seem as if she intends to do too much running this batter. Leaves it alone outside the off stump. Here goes, bowls. She's pushing it into the outside, finds the gap. They should get at least one, and I think it will be one. And you could watch the poor work there by the non-striker. She got to the striker's end with her back turned to the ball. You don't run and turn your back to where the ball is. Always run with your face facing where the ball is played. Here goes down the leg side. Should have tried to put that away. Decides to leave it alone. Here goes once more. Bowls. Oh, that one kept low. And at the last possible moment came down on it. Kept it out. So, here goes once more. Moves in now to bowl. She's swinging into that. Down the hill it goes. That's going to be a good chase. It's going to run pretty close to the boundary. Two fielders on it. And they go back for the second run. Pushes it into the offside. Fielder comes across. Can't score. So this is the left arm, I think, who bowled from the far end earlier. Bowling, flights it a lot. She's tugging this one away from the fielder. Fielder at mid-on comes across though and pulls it in nicely. And so that's one more to the total. So here goes now. Left arm. Bowled. She's shouting her appeal, but that was struck well outside the leg stump. Batters seem a bit tentative to this flight, not deciding to move out of their creases at all, stuck in the crease, waiting on the ball to land. And she tosses it up again. She's quietly pushing it into the offside, can't score. So Gabby it is, the left arm leg spinner. And she really flights it nicely, tosses it high, loops it again. Batter is tentative, pushes it into the onside, can't score. He goes once more, moves in now, loops it. She's trying to take it on the full, misses out. Gone, through to the keeper. We're seeing some urgency with the fielders getting in position quickly. Shock on the pad, the umpire is not impressed. Batters look a little tentative right now. Again, can't score. Here goes once more balls. Driving past Tiny, they're off and running. Gets an easy single. She's swinging into that, picks out the short mid wicket, can't score. Here she goes once more, bowling off breaks, swings into that a little bit more powerfully, down towards long on, and they'll get an easy single, one more to the total. So a little bit of a partnership building between these two. Hasn't been electric. So she's appealing, but that's way down the leg side. That ends another over. I think they're trying to sort out how many overs have been bowled by the bowler. She gets the green light. Moves in now to bowl. Oh, she's waiting on that to land. A white signal by the umpire. Here goes once more. Moves in now to bowl. This time very tentatively, just pushing it into the offside. Can't score. Here goes once more. Moves in now to bowl. And pushes it into the offside. Can't score. Moves in once more to bowl, loops it up again. Oh, good try there by Tiny, diving forward and just didn't come up with a catch. Got a hand to it, but just gonna hold on. Very tentative playing here by the batters, with Tiny staring her in her face from short range and just patting them like that. This time she pulls. Oh, the fielder there is throwing a hand at it literally and knocks it down, and they only get a single. Here goes once more, moves in now to bowl. Ball past Tiny in the air, down towards mid off, stops it, single. Moves in now to bowl. Watches it outside the off stump. That ends another over. 44 gone, 6 to go. Moves in now to bowl. That one will be signaled wide. So she's bowling off breaks and pitching that one on the leg stump. It turned further away. Wide signal by umpire David. So here she goes, the off spinner. Tall, lanky. She's driving past the bowler, hesitation in the run, but it's all the way down to long on, so the single is on. Swish and a miss. So here is the off spinner, moves in now to bowl. Another switch, another miss. So this bowler hardly wasting any time. Moves in now to bowl. Hits it in the air, but over mid-wicket, short mid-wicket, down towards long on, who comes across, stops it one-handed and all. Gets the return in quickly. One more to the total. Balls now. Stuck on the pad. She's shouting her appeal. The non-striker isn't interested. They should have been looking for a run there, but the non-striker is in park. Here goes now, bowls, drives it hard down towards long off, badly misfielded there, and she's strolling after it. It's heading towards the boundary. They should be thinking of a third. Let's see how quick she can get down there. And she's home, diving and all, putting in the dive, showing the effort there, and 3 runs acquired. Here goes. Moves in now to bowl again. They're waiting too long for that ball to land. It's all about getting to the pitch and just launching it, really. So here she goes. Moves in now to bowl again. Very tentative in the play. Watching those looped up deliveries and just waiting for them to land and playing tentatively. Looks as if Tiny's gonna get a catch here. She almost did a while ago. And she's waiting for another chance to poach it. Loops it up again. This time a switch belatedly. Moves in once more to bowl. Punches it down the ground. Nice stop. Great work. Coming across and stopped it nicely because that ball was traveling. Here he goes. Moves in now to bowl. Swings it into the onside. They should think 2 here. The fielder is quick though. Good work, I must tell you. Good work that by the fielder. And gets the return in quickly. So just 1 more to the total. Good hustle there by the fielder. Moves in now to bowl. That might be a no ball. It goes down the hill. The fielder is going after it. Gets the boot onto it. And the no ball has been signaled by the umpire. Free hit signal now. So there's the free hit signal. So Gabby bowling a high full toss there. So belatedly the shout came that the bowler would have completed her spell, so she has been taken out of the attack and another bowler has been given the ball. So here goes. Moves in now to bowl. Stodgily just jabbing the bat at it. Goes into the onside, short mid wicket, can't score. Settles once more. Moves in now to bowl. Has a switch at that, misses, goes to the keeper. Here goes as the wind picks up here at the Viogen grounds. Moves in now to bowl. She's switching at that again. Misses. Can't score. Here goes. Bowls. Again. Just jabs the bat at it. Keeps it out. Moves in now. Medium pace. Bowls. Switch and a miss. Driving at that. True to the keeper. There he goes, moves in now to bowl. That time she has a bend of the knee and a switch at that. That ends the over. So here goes, moving in now to bowl. She's driving at that, doesn't time it well. Dribbles back up the strip to the bowler. Moves in now to bowl. Driving dropped. off the edge. The keeper, who I am thinking has done pretty well so far, went at it with one glove, really. And it just struck the glove and in and out. Moves in now to bowl. That's as wide as they come. There goes. Moves in now to bowl. Down the leg side, that would be another wide. Yeah, she goes. Moves in now to bowl. Gets it on the full. Hits it up to mid wicket and can't score. Moves in now. Medium pace. Bowls. Good delivery. And on driven to short mid wicket. Can't score. Being asked to finish strong by her teammates. Moves in now to bowl. Oh, she doesn't finish strong. It's a wide. Here goes. Moving in now to bowl. Short. She's turning it into the onside. Knocked down by the fielder. And that ends the over. So the 50 overs should be pretty much almost complete at this point. Would be nice to know what the final score for Nevis, what total they'll get to. At one point it looked as if they'll get a much bigger total, but once Melissa Clark and Sanaldo Willett went, things slowed up badly. Here goes. Moves in now to bowl. Strokes it nicely. They should be looking for the single here, but they're in park. Here goes. Races in now to bowl. Full toss. Wide 2. Wide dish. No signal wide. True to the keeper. So Guyana would have already announced their female cricket squad for the upcoming West Indies Women's Tournament. The Leewards are trying to select a team after this tournament. So 3 teams in the competition: Antigua and Barbuda, St. Kitts and Nevis. So 3 teams, no Montserrat, no Anguilla. Moves in now to bowl. So flash and a miss. True to the keeper once more. Batter looking a little frustrated here. That's a wide. Has to be a wide. Here goes. Races in once more to bowl. Another wide dish delivery ends the over. Last over. It's going to be longer than 6. Wide signaled. Here goes now. Moving in now to bowl. Drives. Well, she was aiming for the offside. It goes into the onside. And this should be aware that this is the final over. They should be running for everything basically. See how many they could get in the over. Lots of wickets in hand. Punches at a widest delivery. And she's going to be run out. Has to be run out. I think she's run out with ease. She was struggling all the time. She didn't respond. She was in park. And when she decided to respond, she just wasn't going to get there. Here goes. Moving in now to bowl to the new batter. That one kept low. True to the keeper. Yeah, she goes. Moves in now to bowl. That's wide. Keeper does well to knock it down. Moves in now to bowl. Here goes. Oh, that was dead on stumps, but she managed to get some bat onto it. Hop and a skip. Moves in now to bowl. Struck the pad. The umpire says missing leg stump. So it's the last ball of 50, as we have a bit of a slight drizzle here at the Virgin grounds, but the sun is out. She's solidly, quietly forward, and they're not looking to score. That ends the innings, and we'll have to get the final total, but that's the way the innings has concluded. Nevis should be pretty close to 250, but we'll get that information a little later. So the St. Kitts team in a huddle as they try to strategize and work out what they're going to do, how they're going to get these runs, and of course we'll be back later. Well, the response has started, so we're going to update you that Nevis got to 250 in their 50 overs. Melissa Clark got 79, Sonaldo Willett got 68. They were the top scorers. And so, let's go, Jeff. Good delivery, beaten outside the off stump, well taken by the wicketkeeper. Good away movement there. So it's going to be Clark once more. St. Kitts in response, slapping that one into the offside. Good work there by Shoba. And did they score? Did they get a single? I think they got a single, but that was well stopped. Jude. That was a good stop. So, ball was traveling. It was struck well. Here's Melissa Clark moving in now to bowl. Full pitch delivery. Again, the away movement. Going away. The keeper takes it well. Here he goes. Moving in now to bowl. So here goes once more. Clark. Beaten outside the off stump, well taken by the wicketkeeper. And that ends over number 1. So, second over being bowled. Looks like Roselle Leeward turned into the onside, but Davonique is deep at square leg, and they'll get a single. So, one more to the total. So, Roselle Leeward starting from the far end, bowling off breaks. So here's Leeward, who has represented the Leeward Islands female team. Bowls. She's punching it into the offside. Well stopped in the end there. She was going the wrong way and managed to straighten up and stop it. Here goes. Bowls. That's a wide. Goes past the keeper. Shoba is running, but she can't pull it in. It goes into the boundary just about. No. And so that's 4 wides. So it's going to be Leeward after bowling that wide. Went for 4 wides actually. Moves in now to bowl. Again, that's another wide. The keeper doesn't do well and chases after it. So, keeper, I guess, just warming to her task. Just needs to focus a bit more. There he goes. Leeward bowls outside the off stump. Hits it uppishly into the offside, but they should get at least 2 here. Pluck goes chasing after it. Knocks it away with the boot and can't prevent 2. Moves in once more to bowl. Better delivery. And that time she's forcing it into the offside. Can't score. So here goes. Moves in once more. Leeward short and swung away. And that will go for 4 because Davonique can't pull that one in. Goes for 4. Poor delivery that and pulled away for 4. Here goes once more. Leeward bowls. Better delivery. She comes solidly, quietly forward. Beaten. Good away movements. He's getting some away swing. And
And the batter is comprehensively beaten there. Here goes once more. Moves in now. Clark bowls. She's driving. Goes past the short extra cover. Sanelda Willett has a chase. Can she pull it in? I doubt it very much. She has given up the chase. It's gone for 4. It's a lovely shot. St. Kitts has started pretty well here. Here goes once more. Moving in once more to bowl. Swing and a miss. Again, the away movement. She really went at that one. Here goes Clark. Races in now to bowl. That's better, but she's playing it well. Kept her eyes on it and just plays it quietly back up in the strip. Back up the strip on the onside. Here goes Clark. Steams in now to bowl. That's the good delivery. Played up and well fielded there, but the batter was struggling to get down there. Ball should have been thrown to the keeper's end, but they get a single nonetheless. There's Clark moving in now to bowl. Off the edge, well knocked down there at what will be a second slip, and that ends the over. Leeward had a pretty poor first over. She'll want to do a lot better than that in this one. Again, she starts with a wide again, and so they get 2 because the keeper doesn't hold it, so that's 2 wides. So it was a Leeward giving away runs here, and not because the score might seem a big one. It's only 5 runs and over required. Remember, it's a 50 over encounter, and so they're really giving away runs here. Here goes now Leeward off a short run, bowling off breaks. Moves in now to bowl flatter and almost tugged it into her stumps, but inner edge goes into the onside. So Leeward moves in once more to bowl. Good delivery, quietly played. Feet stuck in the crease, both feet together. She just pushed the batter tentatively and kept it out. So she'll settle once more. So Leeward, the Roselle brand, moves in now to bowl. Loops it up, and that's close! Struck pretty full, I thought, on the pad. That must have been mighty close. And umpire David says no. Here goes now. It's going to be Leeward moving in now to bowl. Flat and short outside the off stumps. Punches it back up the strip to the bowler. Here goes now. Moves in now to bowl. Loops a good delivery. Pushed tentatively into the outside. Settles. This is Leeward moving in now to bowl. Good delivery. Forces it into the outside, looking for the single. And Clark hustles in, and they change their mind. That ends the over. Clark continues from the VOJ end, moves in now to bowl. She's driving at that, looking for the big drive. Keeper comes across and stops it. He goes once more. Clark moves in out, pushes it gently up the onside. Fielder goes chasing after it. Batters decide not to try the risky quick single. Here goes, moving in now to bowl to Clark. Short, she's swinging that one away. That's a lovely shot. That's well played. That's running down the hill. That's running pretty close to the boundary. Fielder goes after it. Finally picks it up, and they would get 2 very easily here. So 2 more to the total. Here goes. Clark moves in now to bowl. Left alone outside the off stump. Nice breezy conditions here. Moves in now to bowl. Keeper doesn't do well. Neither does the first slip. Third man goes chasing after it. That's Annie. And the return comes in. Batters are safe. White's signaled. So he's Clark it is. Pulls up. Probably a little uncomfortable to run up there. So here's Clark. Races in now to bowl. She's punching it into the offside. The fielder comes across fields and backed up nicely. Good backing up there. This youngster seems to have a good cricketing head. She has batted well, fielding pretty well too. Clark races in once more. Short. She's punching it into the offside. The fielder comes across. That's Shoba. Misfields slightly. And they get a single. So, Roger Leeward given another over, moves in out to bowl. That's a better delivery. That must be out. That has to be out. She played right across it and struck right in front. Was dead on center stump and she played right around it. And wicket number 1 goes. So Roger Leeward has picked up the first wicket. New batter at the crease. And so she'll be taking strike from Roger Leeward. Let's see how consistent the bowler will be. If she can continue to bowl on that length and line. Here she goes. Good delivery. That one. There's a shot. She's gone. She was walking off of her crease. What do you call that? Run out or stumped? I don't know which one, but they're hugging the keeper because she had the presence of mind to whip off the bails. Oh, they're happy. So she goes back for a 1-ball duck. I don't know if that wicket would be given to the bowler though, or it will be awarded as a run out. But good work by the wicketkeeper. She had the presence of mind to see that the batter was walking off her crease and took off the bails. So left-hander at the crease. I'm not sure if it was a Leeward is on a hat-trick or if that wicket would be coded as a run-out. Let's see what happens here. Was a Leeward moves in now to bowl to the left-hander. Oh, she's solidly forward. Looks as solid as a rock. Came confidently forward. It was a good delivery for starters, but she was right there on top of that, just coming forward and caressing it easily back up to the bowler. Here goes once more. She settles the left-hander as Leeward moves in now to bowl. Good delivery once more. Again, she's touchily on the front foot. Turns it into the onside. Can't score. So Leeward settling into a rhythm now. Moving in from the project housing area. The housing project area moves in now to bowl. Good delivery. Shouts her appeal. But maybe just missing the leg stump on that occasion. So Leeward asking questions here of the Kittitian batters. So let's settle now. So it's going to be Leeward waiting for the batter to settle. Here goes. Moves in now to bowl. Oh, again, she solidly forward looking for a single. And the return comes in, but she got back. That ends the over. Good over that by Roger Leeward. So Melissa Clark would want to get a couple of wickets as well. Wants to get in the wickets column as she moves in now to bowl. That's a good delivery, but it's well played. The batter striding into it and just coming down nicely and caressing it into the offside. Can't score. So Clark once more. Nice, smooth run up. Oh, that's close! Gone! Yorker length delivery, striking a full on the boot and struck right in front. Melissa Clark has struck. And another wicket for Nevis. Carl Tuckett raised the dreaded finger. And Nevis on a roll right now. And out comes Tiny, probably the best of the lot in terms of the Kittitian batters. Nevis celebrates. Well, there's nobody at deep mid wicket and Tiny can pull. So I'm kind of surprised at that. But Melissa is stopped by Tiny. She's a left-hander, but she pulls hard. I can tell you that. I've seen her bat, and I guess she'll have to make sure the offside field is packed. We have a first slip, backward point, extra cover, and a mid-off. As she races in now, Clark bowls to Tiny. That's a good delivery. Pushed up confidently though into the offside, but she was right on target there. And Tiny played it confidently for starters. So Clark once more. Races in now to bowl to Tiny. Pushes it hard, finds the gap. That's a lovely shot. The ball is traveling. The fielder isn't running hard at all. She's just strolling after it. And they get two very easily. There was no real effort going into that one at all, surprisingly. So here goes once more. Tiny taking strike. That's the delivery. Oh, Mip. And they ran through as well. So could have been out on 2 counts there. Annie, I thought, should have dived for that. That was a possible chance there. And then they ran through dangerously for a single. Just got there. Huh? So 2 left-handers at the crease. So it's going to be Melissa Clark moving in now to bowl. Turned into the onside, off and running. The fielder Shoba is waiting. Should have been attacking the ball. Finally gets it in. Well, no wonder. Rosa Leeward will continue. She has picked up a couple of wickets and certainly creating a bit of a bother for the batters now. Here she goes. Moves in now to bowl. Flatten on the stumps, quietly forward. Pushes it back up the strip to the bowler. So it's Leeward. Moves in once more to bowl. Flat again. Stands up straight and just plays it easily into the onside. Can't score. So Leeward rubs her hand in the dirt as she tries to get a firmer grip. Moves in now to bowl. Short, too short, I thought. She's shouting her appeal, but the umpire's unimpressed. That one missing the leg stump, I think. Nice cool conditions here at the Virgin grounds. No threat of rain, but the sun is pretty much absent at the moment. And cool breeze across the ground. She comes solidly, quietly forward. Roselle asking a couple of questions here. Yeah. So Melissa Clark having a quick word with the bowler. Roselle enjoying her game, laughing a lot as she tries to outsmart the batter. Here she goes once more, moving in from the housing project end. Moves in out to bowl, loops it solidly forward, pushes it into the offside. Can't score. So now the Willett in attendance. So Rosa Leeward moves in once more. Here she goes. Moves in now to bowl. Outside the off stump, beaten and dropped. From the reaction there, wicketkeeper Wallace got her gloves around it and didn't hold on. And Rosa Leeward very disappointed there. So it's going to be Clark moving in now to bowl to Tiny. Good delivery, but well played. Looking for the run. Oh, that shouldn't have been a single. Really shouldn't have been a single. But they got a single. Tiny playing aggressive cricket here. Push and run. A good camaraderie between the cricketers. Tiny and Melissa Clark exchanging a bit of a laugh. Well, serious times now as Clark moves in now to bowl. Oh, she's stretching a long way on that, coming forward. Determined looking defensive shot that. So Clark once more prepares to bowl to the left-hander. Moves in now to bowl. Good delivery! Beaten! Comprehensively beaten there. And well taken by wicketkeeper Wallace on that occasion, but no touch on it on that occasion. So it's Clark. Steams in once more to bowl. Short, wide. Past the keeper, gone. Nobody's fine enough. Shoba has no chance. And they need to adjust that field. Needs to get the fine leg finer. And that would certainly stop a lot of those. Here he goes once more. Moves in now to bowl. Here goes once more. Moves in now to bowl. Tries a slow ball wide of the off stump. Here's Clark once more. Races in now to bowl. Pushes it a little bit uppishly into the offside, but well short of the fielder. Can't score. So it's Clark coming around the wicket. Bowling to the left-hander. Moves in now to bowl. Again at that slow ball, and this time goes wide of the mark. Here's Clark. Moves in once more to bowl. This time stodgily plays it into the onside. Can't score. That ends the over. So Rosa Leeward in this spell continues from the far end, and she'll be bowling now to Tiny. So this should be an interesting matchup here, because Tiny will be looking to get after. Yes, and pulling right across that. Must have been pretty close, that, because she was low, she was on her knees, and she was swinging right across it. And she's well known for that pull shot. She hits it pretty hard, but missed out on that occasion. Must have been pretty close. Settles once more. So here goes Leeward, moving in now to bowl. This time she's pushing it into the offside. She's gonna run. And that's one of the things she has done in this inning so far. Once she touches it, she's off and running. So it's going to be Leeward. Roselle moves in now full. She swings it over mid-wicket. Taking it on the full and carting it over mid-wicket. It's going to run pretty close to the boundary. But Pluck got there. And really to the stronger hand of Melissa Clark, who gets the return in. So they got 2 in the end, but that certainly had 4 written all over it. But Pluck managed to stop it in the end. So 2 more to the total. It was a rank full toss. And struck away hard by the batter. Settles once more. So Leeward trying to make sure that her field is set the way she wants it as she moves in now to bowl. Flatter, swung away. But Shoba is fine. She's running in, feels it, and gets the return in. So 1 more to the total. So Leeward losing the script somewhat, a little bit off target. Can she continue to ask serious questions of the batters as she moves in once more to bowl? Here she goes. Well taken this time, and Wallace trying to whip off the bails. Well, threw the ball at the stumps, missed them. She went hard at that, but the off spinner spinning away from her, and it went through to the keeper. So Tiny looking to be aggressive here. Leeward thinks that she has something going. Here goes, 2 short, swung away. I don't think anybody's gonna stop that. Pluck races across. Well, she does. So that's good work. And they'll only get 2. Good work that time by Pluck, running a long way to pull that in. Well, Annie's into the attack. She too has represented STA Jets. So we have a couple of STA Jets players on this team. And by the look of things, Annie has put on a little bit of flesh. She used to be a lot slimmer than that. So maybe she's bowling a lot faster. Here goes, she bowls. That's a wide. Starts badly, does Annie. She would have also made it into the Leeward Islands team, senior team. Here she goes. Moves in now to bowl. Again, that's wide. And signaled by Carl Tuckett. So she hasn't bowled the deliveries yet, legitimately. Getting a quick word of encouragement from Clark. So Annie races to bowl. Better delivery, beaten outside the off stump. Here goes Annie, moves in now to bowl, solidly forward. Poor work by the fielder. Backed up nicely. That was Roselle Leeward, not doing well on that occasion. So Annie moves in once more. Pushes it a bit uppishly into the offside. Fielded easily by Leeward. So here's Annie once more. Bustling run, bowls, beaten outside the off stump, and they're off and running because keeper doesn't hold on to it. So what will that be? Did he get a bit of bat onto it? Apparently got a bit of bat onto it, so it's a single. No, it's a bye. So that brings the more aggressive Tiny into the frame. There's a deep square leg in position. She's hitting it uppishly and goes past the fielder who was falling away. They should get at least 3 here. And coming back now for the third. So well run. Well, Davonique Maynard comes into the attack. She's a pretty good spin bowler and would be hoping to get the better of Tiny. Tiny, though, would have other ideas. She might just be wanting to go hard here. Pushes it into the offside. So now when it comes across, shadows it. Good start there by Dav. Pretty useful bowler she is. The wind picks up here at the Viogen grounds. As she moves in now to bowl. Flatter. That's close. That's mighty close. Well, she pulled right across it and it almost dragged back onto her stumps. The umpire, though, is unimpressed, but that was mighty close. Wrong pick on that occasion. Now, after the fact, saying I should be playing up and down the line. Well, Dav, pretty useful bowler, moves in once more to bowl, loops it up. This time that's a full toss, but hits it, and that's poor work. Really, for one moment, almost looked as if it could have been a catch. And then she was going the wrong way, and then it went away for 4. So it's going to be Maynard. Moves in now to bowl to left alone. Oh, the keeper again not holding on to it. And they get a bye. So Dav moves in once more to bowl, loops it this time, takes it on the full, striding into it and just pushes it quietly into the outside. Here goes once more. Moves in now to bowl. This time she's solidly forward. Plays it up the strip to the bowler that ends the over. Annie, it is, from the pavilion end. A shout of wait. So it's going to be Annie. Tiny it is, settles. Annie bowls, pushes it into the offside, doesn't think about the single on this occasion. So Annie it is, from the Viogen end, bowls, too wide. Might be no, not signaled. Here's Annie, moving in now to bowl. Beaten outside the off stump through the keeper once more, who goes chasing after it. And that's another bye. Here goes, moves in now to bowl. drives it into the offside. Leeward feels well, can't score. Reaching a long way for that, pushes it quietly into the offside, can't score. So here goes Annie once more. Races in now to bowl. Good, well, goodish delivery. That does well. Good bit of fielding, but to the wrong end. But that was a good bit of fielding there by Dav. And almost a run out. So it's going to be Dav who is going to continue. And it's going to be the left-hander taking strike, not Tiny, the other batter. Here goes Dav, moves in now to bowl, swinging across it, half shout. I think he struck her on the hand based on her reaction. So here goes once more. Moves in now to bowl. Short, two shots, swung away. And hustling across here is Melissa. They definitely won't get two. Single is on. So Sanelda Willett having a quick word with her bowler. Probably asking if she wants a particular change in the field. And apparently she says no, everything is okay. We're moving now to bowl to Tiny. Here goes, moves in up, loops it up. Tiny's driving down towards long off, comes across. Poor bit of work there by that looks like Annie. It goes through her and into the long off boundary for 4. Dav would be very disappointed with that. Here's Dav. Poor ball. That's a wide. Goes past the keeper. Backed up. And gets the return in. Keeper not showing a lot of confidence today. Maybe a little rusty. So Dav losing the script there. Moves in once more to bowl. Better delivery, beaten, well taken by the keeper, and she missed the stumps and gives away what would effectively be a bye. And Tiny using every opportunity to score. Once the ball missed the stump, apparently she was out of her crease based on the reaction, but the ball missed the stump, and right away Tiny called the batter through, and they got a single which ended up to be a bye. So Dominic Maynard will moving now to bowl to Tiny. Tiny has shown aggressive intent. Normally a free scorer, especially with the pull shot. Better delivery. Well taken this time by the keeper. Looking sharp on that occasion. Shadowing the stumps as well. But she was comprehensively beaten on that occasion, Tiny. Walks away trying to settle her nerves. Knows that the team is depending on her here. As Dav moves in once more to bowl to Tiny. She takes it on the full. She doesn't really spank into it. She just helps it around down to square leg deep. And Melissa Clark gets it in. That's the end of the over. So it's Annie. Moving in now to bowl to Tiny. Bowls. Full toss. Swung away hard. And away it goes. Davonique Maynard was trying hard. And it's gone for 6. Probably the first 6 of the game. Davonique Maynard was racing across that mid-wicket, but just couldn't pull it in. It's gone for 6. So she took it on the full and she thumped it. First 6 of the game. Races in once more to bowl. Better delivery. Punches it into the offside. Quickly across his Annie. Threatens to throw down the stumps. So it's Annie once more. Races in now to bowl. Short and wide. It goes past the keeper again. More, well, that's not biased on this occasion because it's signaled wide. So wicketkeeper Wallace has been brilliant at some times and then very ordinary at others. Maybe he hasn't played for a while. Maybe just needs to have more game match time. Here goes Bowles, stretching a long way out, showing the maker's mark. Surprisingly, we haven't seen Captain Willerton to the attackers yet. Her dad is somewhere in the pavilion looking on. Again, nice stretch, nice reach. Confidently pushing it into the offside. Here goes Annie. Moves in now to bowl. Pushes it harder this time, looking to score, but Melissa Clark is there, ever present, can't score. So, here she goes. Annie moves in, stops in a run up. Races in now to bowl short and still reaching on the front foot. Pushes it up to mid off, can't score. So it's going to be Dav who will be bowling. From the far end, moves in now to bowl, loops it up, watches it go through to the keeper. Well taken that time by Wallace. Here goes. Maynard moves in now to bowl shorter. She's punching it nicely. Does the fielder get across? She does, but can't prevent the single. That's Shoba getting in the way. So it's going to be Dav once more. Moving in now to bowl. Loops it. She's reaching a long way across. She's running. This could be dangerous. She bubbles with it and slow in return. And the Tiny was running through. I don't think she called her. She was just rushing through. Playing very aggressive cricket here, but dangerous, I thought, on that occasion. So a little bit of a frustrating partnership here building up. As it moves in once more. Dav bowls shorter. She's swinging into that, but finds Melissa Clark on the square leg boundary. Can't get more than one. So it's going to be Dav once more. Moves in now to bowl. She's sweeping. And there's Pluck racing and picks it up. Only a single. So here's Dav moving in now to bowl, loops it, watches it through to the keeper. So it's going to be Annie, and we're going to make this the penultimate over of our coverage. She reaches a long way, as is her habit. Comes forward quietly. Melissa Clark left the backward of point and came all the way up to extra cover and said something to, was a Leeward, as if she's saying, look out for something coming your way. Here goes now, moves into bowl. She's reaching a long way once more, quietly. So here she goes, moves in now to bowl. Good delivery! Loud shout, but umpire Carl Tuckett is unimpressed. She was beaten on that occasion. So here's Annie. Races in now to bowl. Sweeping at that, must be signaled wide. Here's Annie. Pulls up once more. Annie moves in now to bowl. That one keeping a bit low. Stopped in the offside. Here goes, moves in now. Full pitch delivery beaten and must have shaved the off stump which moved. But no harm done. Here goes once more. Annie races in now to bowl solidly forward. We'll take in the final over after this before we leave. Melissa Clark gets in the way. And very slow in chasing after it because they come back for two. Here he goes, moves in now to bowl. Left alone outside the off stump. Here he goes, Dav moves in now. Bowls, loops it up. That's wide. That should be a wide. Here he goes, moves in now to bowl. Oh, a little bat into that. Fortune favoring her on that occasion. She was swinging right across it, got a bit of bat onto it, and off for the single. Here goes now, bowls. Bowled! Left alone and spinning back behind her back, and Dav has struck. She can't believe it. She raised the bat thinking that it was missing the leg stump, and the ball spun back, and she's comprehensively bowled. And that's the way we're going to leave you from the VOGN grounds.